was thinking about playing that. Okay.
What are you thinking
Look
about?
at here. Looks like somebody threw away a perfectly good white boy.
I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah, you gonna eat that?
Hey, welcome back to Nothing Yet Live. Before we get to our main part of the segment,
Yes.
I had kind of heard about this, but I thought, like, well, I just filed it under. I didn't really think about it.
Well, before we tell you what it is, Netflix has released a series
I can't believe this
called
hasn't gone completely viral and billions of people haven't laughed at this.
Netflix just released a limited series called Dahmer.
Mm-hmm.
It's about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay.
So
they need it.
That's my intro to this story.
Oh, okay. Did we say welcome to Nothing Yet Live?
I think we did, but we did not introduce ourselves, but it's okay.
That's all right.
Everyone knows who we are.
Sorry.
Well, they know who I am. I don't know if they know.
Oh, I'm in a mood because I have so many jokes to make. Not just about this, but anyway. One of Beyond Meat's top executives has been charged. Oh, what was the? It was the. This was it. You want to read the headline?
Beyond Meat's COO allegedly bit a guy's nose at the worst possible time. Hey, Young Giles. We want Young Giles to weigh in on this.
What is a good time to bite somebody's nose?
I mean, I can think of like 10 or 12 instances right now.
Top two.
Top two reasons to bite somebody's nose.
Yeah.
If they're talking shit.
Bite their nose.
Or if their nose just looks fucking good. I mean, like sometimes you just get a good nose and you just gotta take a bite out of it, you know?
Noted cannibal.
No, I mean you see a nice juicy apple at the store. What's your first instinct?
Pick it up and eat it. You know what?
Bite out of it.
You can't argue with the wisdom of Young Giles.
Well, this guy is the COO. COO.
Chief Operating Officer.
Yeah, which whatever that means. He operated on that dude's face. So he bit a guy's nose off. I believe it was like road rage because they were like trying to leave a parking lot, and this guy was like, "All right, I'm gonna fucking bite this dude's nose off."
It's like, hey, we couldn't get any burgers at the stand, so I'm gonna eat this guy's nose on the way to the car.
No road rage.
There was no takeout, so I'm gonna take it out on the guy's nose.
It's the kind of thing you would expect us to automatically follow with Florida Man or preface with Florida Man, but Arkansas close enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the dude looks really hungry. He looks hangry. Some asshole stole his Snickers bar. That's what I'm guessing.
I love how he has been suspended from the company.
Yeah. I guess when you're a COO, they can't just fire you.
All right. Well, this is not
to do an investigation.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, I guess the company's failing and he's just pissed off. So yeah, there you have it. Bite somebody's dude's nose off in a parking lot.
Dude, the Impossible Burger is really good. So if you're a vegetarian and you need to take a bite of flesh, you don't even know the difference. It's just like a Whopper. There's no need for eating noses here.
Fools all you are that said that parking costs an arm and a leg.
Nope.
It costs the nose.
Just a nose.
Just the tip of the nose.
Just the tip.
Ugh. How much money do you think that guy gets? I mean, this guy's failing. So he's probably, I mean, now he doesn't have a job.
He probably figured, hey, I don't have any fucking money left. What do I have to lose? I'm going to eat this.
Eat this dude's face.
He's probably got a huge nose.
Try ramen.
How about nose flavored ramen?
Oh,
nose bouillon.
Probably just tastes like pork.
It tastes like boogers.
All right. The real reason we are here for this segment, we don't know how long we'll be able to go on this segment, but jokes abound. Because as always, there's Russia talking about here. Russia, the Florida man of countries.
Actually, there's one Florida man. I mean, one Russian man. And from this one Russian man, millions of stories, just so many stories and so many jokes, so many dark winter in Russia jokes.
So many deaths.
So many just, if you go through this list, you can probably narrow it down to 5 different causes of death.
This is for sure a subset of people.
And when they occur in bulk, there's like a bulk there's like a series of bulk clumps of death.
Huge dumps.
Yes. You can look at each clump and you can see equal percentages between each clump of different causes of death. It's like they're not even trying to shake it up, you know.
Well, let's find out.
Okay.
So we talked about this before because, you know, some dude got flying lessons, the FSB flying lessons.
Not a very good teacher, apparently.
All right. So this is starting back of January of this year.
Mhm.
And now when the death we reported on, I was just like, it's not even when, or I mean, it's not even if there's going to be more mysterious deaths.
You know, if a guy can move that quickly, he shouldn't be in the hospital. There's no reason a dude who can get 88 miles per hour in 6 feet of space, he should not be jumping out a window. He should be training for the Olympics.
Yeah. Look at also who flies out the window backwards.
If he could run backwards at going from 0 to 88 in half a second,
Okay.
in a 6 foot span, a 6 foot space through probably very thick window.
I'm guessing the dude didn't want to die. You want to start this with the first guy? This was the first guy.
Okay. January 30th, 2022.
Leonid Schulman. He
Okay,
was the head of transport at Gazprom Investment Corporation. Now that's a name.
Okay, they don't explain. Okay, so he was found in his bathroom with a suicide note
next
to his body.
Yep, of course. Now,
but they don't mention the cause.
Alexander Tulyakov, because I want to get to the latest victim.
So they didn't even wait a month before they used the same. I
can see it now. I can see it now.
Murder.
He's like, Dmitry, your suicide notes are boring. Let's add something. Let's add a little pizzazz to it. What do we write on this?
So it is Alexander Tulyakov with the gas in the garage,
no one's
as
gonna
opposed to Leonid Schulman in the bathroom with a knife.
So residence garage, suicide note found on his body. Mikhail Watford.
Oh, let's put the suicide note on the body.
This guy was found. He's a Ukrainian-born Russian billionaire. Found dead in his garage. Wow, they didn't even change. They just changed up or whatever. It says British.
In 3 days.
In British.
In 3 days.
Yeah.
Between February 25th and 28th, there were 2 corpses found in 2 different garages.
They didn't even bother to leave a note this time.
Yeah, he's like, Zinos.
Come on,
it's getting very boring.
Come on, now. Let me make money. Let me pin to forehead.
He said, no, Vlad. No, Vlad. It's really hard to pin a forehead to your body and then kill yourself.
You're such a killjoy.
Okay.
British authorities have not found evidence of a crime except for his fashion. Wife and 2 sons were found dead beside him. Vasily he sounds slimy to me. Vasily Minenkov, Russian businessman, owner of MedStorm, whatever that is, probably
Wife
a
and 2
pharmaceutical
sons
company.
were found dead next to him.
Yeah, suicide note.
And then less than a month later,
Yep.
Vladislav Avayev, wife and 13-year-old daughter were found dead beside him. So,
I'm seeing a pattern.
So once again, less than a month later,
It
same
doesn't
method.
say what the cause of death is either.
No.
It was found in luxury apartment. They lived like they died.
Okay. The 19th of April, which is 1 day before suicide.
I think we talked about that guy.
Yeah, I think so too. Former executive.
Yep.
At
Hanged from a
Novak
handrail.
Wife and daughter were found dead in their beds with blunt axes. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Suicide note. Note to self. This was supposed to be a suicide.
This was supposed to be a
We got
segment.
our killing the wife and daughter's apartments mixed up.
And yeah,
They were like,
okay.
you were supposed to do
Okay, this one's a little less grisly. Andrei Kruskovsky. He was the manager of Istadok. It's a ski resort. Reportedly
He
fell off a cliff while hiking to a gypsy fortress.
We told him not to take his Segway out into the forest.
We told him not to Russian dance
Fell
near
dead.
the cliff.
Next to him was his beloved Segway. Oh God. Okay, now we're getting into like Alexander Subotin, whose name sounds like a drug, was a board member at Lukoil, and he died of a drug-induced heart attack. Huh.
That was really
During
sloppy.
a shamanic ritual, by the way, though critics allege toad poison.
Oh, so yeah, he was licking toads.
Toad Poison band name. Poison knockoff band. Poison cover band.
So we
Toad
must be a
Poison.
little more creative with the poisoning in this case. Yeah,
Toad Poison.
leave some dead toads.
I can hook
Whoa.
you up with some. Boy, look, we know where the fine. Boy, I can tell you where to get the finest in toad poison. May not kill you, but you wish you were dead.
I think the son probably ate some toads.
Toads are the best. Dad, you never told me about toads. I had to learn, like, I learned sex from the neighbor kids.
I thought you were supposed to eat them raw.
I'm waiting for somebody to, I don't know, just, all right. Died of drug. All right, 5 gunshot.
Okay, here's this is the crazy one.
Okay.
Yuri Voronov.
Yep.
Gunshot
Wait,
wounds.
well, he was also a Gazprom guy.
Okay, so he was a subcontractor of Gazprom. Gunshot wound to the wounds. So he shot himself in the head and said, "Oh, that didn't work," and shot himself again.
Gunshot wounds is plural.
Wounds. Gunshot wounds to the head.
Yeah, that's plural.
And they were probably from the back of the head.
Yeah. Oh, God. All right. Dan Rappaport. Oh, sorry, Mike.
Sorry about your brother, Mike.
Latvian-born Russian businessman and outspoken Putin critic. Well, no more indictment needed on. Reportedly died in a fall from his apartment. See, now at least they spread the
there's about 2 weeks between the hospital window and the apartment window.
But they're back to back. That's the thing. See?
But Dan Rappaport was in Washington, D.C., whereas Ravil Maganov was in the Kremlin, Moscow. So no, he's not up there.
Shut up, Miss Parker. Talking to you. I'm enthralled by what you're saying.
Your dad obviously taught you
shut
how
up.
to talk to women.
Boy. That was the one we also, the Ravil Magnet.
Yeah, we reported on him. He
So
was
so they're not so much switching it up there. I think it's a real flex for them to just be like, just being like, they can't catch us. Like they can't. They nobody cares, and they can't do anything about it. So it's just like, as long as they don't kill any of our people, except if they catch spies. Thanks, Trump. But
so the Maganov reported,
the latest two.
So he was depressed, and then he fell out of a window. So okay, I don't know how they do things in Moscow, but in the U.S., if you're depressed, they don't put you in a room with a window that you can fly out.
Knowing the KGB is after or the FSB is out to kill you, you're fucking dude. You're just living on borrowed time, unless you somehow. And apparently, they can even reach out to Washington D.C. Yeah. Okay. So, aviation director of Russian Far East Arctic Development Corporation. He washed up somewhere.
That's where he was.
He washed up Bear Grove, 100 miles from Vladivostok. Which is pretty remote, as I recall.
drowned at Cape
Ignatieff.
Ignatieff. Body found in the Bergove 2 days later.
Well, we know it. We know he drowned here because we drowned him here. His body was found over there. Apparently, he fell off his boat. Yep. And then this guy, the latest guy, Sungorkin, he was now. This is more. See, this is like these are his targets: editor-in-chief of Russian state newspaper, and people who he wants to own empire.
So people who talk too much and people who have money that he wants.
But he's the only guy that's a reporter.
Well, okay. So one of the guys was a Putin critic, but he was also
this guy.
An
yeah, that was
okay.
Magna.
Yeah.
That was the guy we originally
from Lukoil. Yeah.
So yeah, he reportedly suffered a stroke and was suffocated while on the way to lunch.
You could have just waited till he was at lunch and have him choke on something. That doesn't look suspicious at all.
So was he still going to lunch when he was having a stroke? Because he was suffered a stroke while he was on his way to lunch. I don't know. In my mind, that just sounds funny.
I assume he was a passenger and not a driver.
It should have been like he suffered a stroke and then was on his way to the hospital. But he's like, put me on the first floor, please.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't be let me die of a stroke. I don't feel like flying out any windows today.
Yeah.
The FSB does not give good driving lessons.
So anyway, yeah, if you guys didn't know, now you know.
Yep.
I mean, who's next? How is it going to happen? How will our next contestant on Are You a Russian Oligarch?
Well, we're sitting here joking about it, but the fortunate thing is that nobody watches our fucking show, so we can say whatever the fuck we want.
We should
Putin.
We should do some background research on like the top 100 oligarchs in Russia and see how they align, and then get put on a watch list.
You mean just from
just
for looking it up?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, sucked to be dropping like flies, and he's like editor-in-chief of the Russian state newspaper. What did he do? Oops. I wonder if it was one of those guys in the room. Remember when they were criticizing? I wonder if I wonder if this guy. It's recent. It's recent.
It is recent, and we talked about that about a week or two ago. And we said these fine gentlemen who are already dead were reportedly being critical of Vladimir Putin.
We should put a bunch of causes of death and a bunch of Russian oligarchs, and we'll just throw darts at the board.
And a bunch of locations.
Yeah. If you want to get
that's how we found Florida men.
All right. We'll be back in a moment with some idiots, probably. I don't know, unless you can think of anything else.
No.
Prager.
Yeah. We're back. Prager's back.
Are we back to talking about Prager?
Yeah. That's going to be reaction to a video.
Boy! Prager, you don't listen to him, slack pass. That's not what you shut up, boy. All right. We'll be back in a moment. I am the Judah.
I am your Ms. Parker.
And this is Irony Russian suicide note.
Right? Superman stationary.
And Superman stationary.
All right. We'll see you in a bit.
This
is Nothing Yet Live.
See? Now she's all like...
I did that at gunpoint, by the way. He's got a gun under the... Got me on pistol point.